What's going on, all my toy collectors and MOTU fans out there? You know who it is. It's your boy Ox, and welcome to the Cave of Wonders. Now, if you guys been following my channel, you'll know that earlier we took a look at that Skeleton Warriors 2-pack, those two glow-in-the-dark figures, and I let you guys know that I'm going to be taking a look at a bunch of Masters of the Universe Origins figures, that ones that I've been getting on pre-order over the last 3 weeks, in the last month or so, and ones that I've been finding in stores. So a lot of these figures, I know they've been out for a little while, but this is my first time actually getting them, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and do a review for you guys, right? Now, right now, we're going to look at Spikor, I'm going to look at Mantenna. Now, both these figures are not in the same wave. This one came out towards the end of 2022, early 23, and this one came out maybe like 5 or 6 months ago or something like that. And as you can see, this one has the 40th anniversary logo, and this one has the Snake Men backing right there. So that just lets you know that this one came out after this one, because this one right here kind of gives you a preview of those Snake Men characters before they were announced. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Mantenna first. Now, I've already measured the box up for you guys. It's 6 inches long by 11.5 inches tall by 3 inches in depth. So that's how much shelf space you're going to need if you're going to be displaying this in the box. All right, guys? Now, like I said, the front of the box, you can see has that 40th anniversary logo on it right there. It lets you know that this character is part of the Evil Horde troop right there. Taking a look at the back, you can see it's teasing the Snake Men, which have already been announced, and the figures have already started coming out. Like I said, this is late 2022, maybe early 23, so a lot of these figures have already came out. This just lets you know all the action features that this thing does, how many legs it has, the weapons he comes with, and then lets you know some of the other figures that are in this wave right there, all right? This is just some stuff on the back. You guys can pause that if you guys need to see it. And yeah, let's go ahead and pop him out of the box, all right? Okay, now here's Mantenna out of the box. You can see right here it comes with this little mini comic book. It comes with this little crossbow thing right here. It actually doesn't shoot anything. This is just a weapon he holds. I actually think one of the different deluxe figures of Hordak actually comes with this. I'm not really for sure, but I think I have seen this with one of the other Origins figures. Now, taking a look at the little comic book, I'm not really for sure, but the artwork in here is amazing, but there's no words inside the book. I'm not really for sure why. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments. You know, teach me something while I'm trying to show you guys this toy. But yeah, there's no words inside this comic book, unlike all the other Origins comic books that I've seen that come with the different figures. All right, but this right here is the different artwork, and yeah, pretty cool little book, but like I said, just no words. Now, this right here is his little crossbow, whatever, that hooks onto his hand. Now, like I said, it doesn't shoot anything. You just push it back, and it just clicks in there just like that. And then you just, you know, push it down, and then it pops out like this. So I think when he holds it, you just push it down, it's just supposed to pop forward. But like I said, it doesn't shoot anything. But this right here is how it looks. Pretty cool. It's all solid gray, and it just clicks right onto his hand, which I'll show you in a second, all right? Now, here's the figure right here. Like I said, you don't have to hook on his back legs. They're already in there. When I pulled them out the package, they're just kind of like all squished together. You just got to spread them out, and they all do articulate, so you just got to move the feet around and stuff. Now, he measures out to about 5.5, either, you know, depending on how you bend his legs, 5.5 to 5.75 inches tall. And he's a pretty cool looking figure. I really like this figure. I'm actually really surprised. Like I said, they didn't put him in a deluxe, you know, box. Like I said, I'm really happy. I'm glad I didn't have to pay any extra more money than I already did. You know, I'm tired of doing that with Hasbro right now, paying extra money for toys that, you know, really ain't worth it to me, in my opinion. So I'm happy Mattel just kind of kept it as cheap as they could instead of, you know, upcharging just because he had extra legs. But yeah, really cool looking figure. Like I said, he is part of the Hordak's little horde. So, you know, he's definitely a great character to add to that. Now, he does have an action feature. It's right here in the back. This little lever right here. And if you push it down, his eyeballs pop out just like that. Now, I think this is actually exactly what he did on that old figure from back in the 80s. I actually didn't have those figures. I didn't have any He-Man action figures except for secondhand ones that you got at like yard sales and stuff. Like I said, I was born in '86, so I missed out on the He-Man wave or the Masters of the Universe wave back in the day, on how big it was. You know, Ninja Turtles and Batman had blew up when I was little, so that kind of took over my childhood. But I think this is exactly what that figure does back in the day too. Now, as far as articulation goes, his head is on like a ball joint, so it does roll all the way around if you guys want it to. He looks up about that far, and he looks down even further. So you can have his eyeballs kind of popping up if you guys want when he's looking up or when he's looking down. His arms do come up. They do rotate around. They do bend at the elbows on top of rotating at the elbows. No kind of bicep swivel or nothing, but that's probably because his arm already rotates at both up here at the shoulder and at the elbow as well. His hands do rotate around. They do kind of go in. They do go out just like that. Now his body does rotate around. Like I said, that these all of his parts, just like all the other Origins figures, are all swappable, so you guys can pop these all off and rearrange them with different figures if you guys want. All the legs have the same articulation, so I'm just going to show you real quick, but because he has extra ones in the back, I'm going to let you guys know this is as far as they go. You can squeeze them in more, but these don't go, these back legs, they don't go out anymore. You can kind of lift them up, but they're not going to like spread out into like a spider kind of all four of them. This is kind of as far as they go right here as far as going back, unless you lift them up and then bend them up like that. This is as far as they go. And like I said, they do bend at the knees. They do go up. These ones come up a little bit further, but they do bend up. They do rotate at the knees. They do bend at the knees. The feet do go down. They do go up. They do rock back and forth. You can rotate them just like that, just like you do the back ones if you guys want. But this is kind of how he's going to end up standing. Just like that. Obviously, you want to bend his feet certain ways to have him, you know, whatever way you guys want. If you guys want his body kind of leaning that way, but kind of just bend his knees and kind of like a tripod. He just stands just like that, all right? Okay, now here's how he looks with the weapon in his hand, this little crossbow. Like I said, it just clips onto his hand just like that. And yeah, it doesn't shoot anything. And then, like I said, if you guys want to push it back, it just clicks in there just like that. So... and then I think you just push it down, and then it unclicks out. Like I said, nothing's going to shoot. There's no kind of little arrow you click in there or anything like that. And he stands up pretty well. Like I said, he does have 4 legs, so he don't have any kind of trouble standing up. You just got to, you know, rotate his feet around. That way he stands flat, basically. And yeah, right there is Mantenna. Let's go ahead and move on to the next character, Spikor. Okay, now taking a look at the front of the box for Spikor, you can see it has a different card backing than Mantenna. Mantenna had that 40th anniversary logo. This one right here is all about the Snake Men. So most of the figures that came out this year so far were all focused on the Snake Men characters. That's why it has the Snake Men logo right up there, basically. And then you can see the character right here through the front of the blister. Let you know it has retro play. Spikor, the untouchable master of evil combat. Now this figure is going to measure out the same as the other one. Most of the other Origins figures, 6 inches wide by 11.5 inches tall by 3 inches in depth, okay? And then right here, it shows you some really cool artwork right there. Spikor fighting. And like I said, most of these waves are all focused on the Snake Men, so the characters that are coming out are mostly all Snake Men waves. So our Snake Men characters, basically. So and then it just shows you right here what his gimmick is, or how to use his weapon or his trident, basically. And this is all just info right there. You guys can pause that if you guys need that proof of purchase, all right? Let's go ahead and crack him out of the box, okay, guys? Okay, now here's Spikor out of the box. You can see it comes with the figure, little mini comic. One of his weapons right here is this little mace, little spiked mace thing right here. And then it comes with a little swappable hand with this little trident thing right here on it. So if you don't want his arm to be that long, you could swap it out for this one, all right? Also want to let you guys know that all these figures come with this little piece of paper right here to let you know that what parts are swappable: head, arm, shoulders, you know, waist, upper torso, legs, and stuff like that. It also came with the other figure as well. It just had a bunch of different, probably the same thing, just in different languages and stuff like that. So like what parts you can move, all right? And that comes with almost all these Origin figures. I just forgot to mention that to you guys, all right? I'm taking a look at the mini comic book. Unlike the last one we just looked at, this one right here does have words in it and stuff, so you guys can read along with the comic book. You guys can go ahead and pause that if you guys want to. There you go. Like I said, this is just introducing a bunch of the Snake Men and stuff like that. And then the other characters in the wave. All right, now taking a look at his weapon right here, this little, like I said, it's like a little spiked mason or something like that. Now, I haven't seen this weapon with any of the other Origins figures, so this might be the first time that they ended up making this. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. But with any of the figures that I already have, I haven't seen this weapon in anybody's hands yet. All right. And then, like I said, he comes a little swappable hand, which I'll show you guys what he looks like with this once I swap that one out, all right? Taking a look at Spikor up close, he's pretty cool. These spikes aren't like really sharp, so they're not gonna hurt any of your kids if you buy this for any kid to play with or nothing. They're actually kind of rubbery, not real rubbery, but they're kind of rubbery. You can move them around if you guys want. All right. Now his head is on a ball joint like all the other figures. He does look up about that far. Does look down. He measures out the same as Mantenna, about 5.5 inches tall. His arms do come up. They do rotate right there. They do bend at the elbow, do rotate at the elbow as well. His hands do rotate, or whatever this little trident thing is. And like I said, it does pop off. And then you can put the little shorter one on there just like that. And just plug that in there just like that. And it does rotate around if you guys want it to, okay? And like I said, that's the only difference. It's not like this thing shoots out or anything. I think it's just meant to be either longer or shorter. So depending on how much room or space you want to take up. His upper torso does rotate around. Legs do come up just a little bit. They do rotate around. You just kind of got to, you know, move them around just like that. Like all the other Origins figures. His legs do bend at the knees. They do rotate at the knees as well. Same at the boot. They do rotate right here at the boot. His foot does go down, does go up, does rock back and forth. So almost all the articulation is always the same on all these Origins figures. So if you guys collect them, you guys know what you guys are getting into. And like I said, they all have swappable parts. So you can pop them off and, you know, put his head on another person's body if that's what you guys want to do, all right? And yeah, I really like this figure. I like the colors they chose. I like the fact they went with like a really dark violet and then or bluish color basically. And then his arms and legs are purple, and then the black and a little bit of red that pops out. I like that. That's really cool. That's one of the things I really like about these Origin figures, because I don't have a nostalgia for these, just because I remember watching a little bit of the cartoon. I don't know too much about a lot of these characters because I missed out on that, like I always tell you guys when I'm reviewing these toys. So being able to get these, this is my first time getting these figures, unlike a lot of you guys who probably, you know, grew up with that show, who already had the older figures, and you guys know a lot about these characters. So when I have these characters on my shelf, it just pops with so much color because of all the color and, you know, the way they look on my shelf. It looks really cool to me, you know. It's a great add to my toy room, you know. And they always come out with some really cool characters. To me, they're new characters. For you guys, they're old characters that they're just redoing. But to me, I really love these figures, man. They give me a lot of playtime, and my kids can play with them. My younger kids who want to play with my toys down here, I'm not worried about them breaking anything because they're meant to come apart. They're meant to be swapped out. But yeah, a really cool figure. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what he looks like with this weapon in his hand right here. And that's how he looks, just like that. I'm probably going to stick with this hand right here. That way it's not too long stretching out and taking up more room on my shelf because the way I have my figures displayed. But yeah, right there is how he looks. Let's show him and Mantenna standing next to each other, okay? All right, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Spikor and Mantenna. These characters are really awesome. I love the colors. I love the accessories that come with them. These are definitely a really cool ad down here in the Cave of Wonders for me, man. I hope you guys are able to find them in stores or pre-order them still. Let me know down in the comments if you already have them or if you're still hunting for them. And like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the review. And make sure you guys stay tuned because, like I said, I got a lot of other Masters of the Universe figures that I had bought over the last few weeks. Next, we're going to be taking a look at probably Snout Spout or Leech, okay? And I also have Moss Man, so make sure you guys stay tuned, all right? Until next time, stay cool.